Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mike from Twisted Axle here, and it's a rainy day in the Motor City, so it's a perfect day to work on the 70 Coronet. Going to be working on the brake system today. Also going to be doing a product review on a brake line flaring tool. We're going to be doing, let's see here, we're going to be working with the ABN Auto Body Now Professional Brake Flaring Tool. All right, so let's check this kit out here. Already prepped my line. So we get the instructions here. Pretty detailed instructions. Lots of different pictures, kind of show you how it works and how it operates here. Single and double flares. Talk about different single and double. The SAE is the double here, which we're going to be using, and also how it's going to be, how it operates. Lots of different grammatical spelling errors in here, but not a big deal. Pretty easy to use, pretty easy to follow. Let's see here. So for the line, we did cut it, and we wanted to make sure that there were no burrs inside there. So I did use I don't have a deburring tool, so we did use a bit here and just clean that out. All right, so I'm gonna take the kit out here, and this part here goes into a vise. So you can hold it nicely, just like that. Let's lock this guy in place here. Make sure that's good and tight. Okay, and then this is the part that this is the lever, which is going to actuate the whole unit here. Let's see if we can turn the camera a little bit. Make sure that we got this. Okay, so we got several dies in here. So we got 3/16, 1/4 inch, 5/16, and 3/8, and those come in the kit there. And today we're going to be using 3/16. All right, let's see if we can do this here. So as I mentioned, we got the die in here. Let me switch hands. So we got the die in here. There's a stop, so the die can only go, has to be seated back here. Close this. That locks it into place. Okay. Let's set this down. All right, so we're going to feed the line through. That. And then this says OP. So that's the starting point. That's operation 0. So I'm actually going to actuate that. And then what that does is makes the line flush with the die. And then I'm going to lock this down. Okay. Doesn't have to be super tight. Just hold it in place there, but you don't want it to move. And then as you can see here, all the different sizes are on this dial here. And then it'll say operation 1, operation 2. We are working with 3/16 line, operation 1. So we're going to turn this to here. Don't need a ton of pressure when flaring these lines. If you really get into it a little bit, or a lot, it will actually blow that flare out. So let's take a look here. So we're going to do operation 1 here. So you feel nice firm pressure there. And then we're going to go to 3/16 operation 2, 3/16 operation 2 here. And also, let's see here. You can see the flare in there. Hopefully you can see that. So we're in operation 2 now. Again, we're not going to use a ton of pressure. Wait until we get some. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we did both operations. I don't know, what did that take? 30 seconds or something. And so we're going to loosen this guy up. Pull this out so we can open that up. Open the die. Let's take a look at what we got here. Okay. All right, so let's finish this line up. The way that I have this, it's kind of in a tight spot. So the way it's coming out of the proportioning valve, I actually have to contour it with the body of the car to connect with the lower fastener there. So let's make sure that we got the fitting on correctly. And we got the 3/16 die in here. I'm going to lock that into place. It is loose. This way I can feed the line through. And I'm going to go to that OP0, that operation 0 that we had before. Just like that. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actuate this to get it to 0. I'm going to lock this die in place. That way I know the stuff's not going to move. My line is flush with the die. Doesn't have to be super tight, but I'm going to make it pretty tight there. All right, so we're going to go to 3/16 operation 1. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go to operation 2. So that I can get that double flare. I'm going to engage it here. Just like that. Loosen this guy up. Open that up. Pull it out of the die. You got a real nice double flare. Looks to be nice and clean there. And I also have my fitting. So let's get this installed on the car. And let's get moving forward. All right. All right, so overall, definitely happy with the tool here. It makes a perfect flare just about every time. I noticed when I really tried to crank on it super hard, it actually blew this one out. So there's really no need for that. You just need to use some good pressure, and it does feel like it stops. I really forced it on this one, and that didn't work out for me. But overall, really, really nice flares, perfect. I mean, it takes me less than a minute to do. See, the kit was, I think I've seen them anywhere from $179 to like $200. This one's by ABN. So definitely happy with the tool. Let me bring this up here. Easy to use. Instructions, I liked it. It had a lot of pictures and stuff. I like pictures, that way you don't have to really read it, but I did read it anyway. Overall, good tool. I mean, if you're gonna be doing a lot of brake lines and stuff like that, highly recommend it. It's got the different dies in there, super easy. Set it to operation 0, go to operation 1, then operation 2 to get the double flare. This was super easy to use. You already got stops in there and everything. Easy to lock it in. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than that, right? Then you don't have to mess with, other ones and try to crank it by hand and do all this other stuff. You got this lever that's got enough torque, good amount of torque so that you can do the flare. Overall, great tool. I will be using this more for sure. I got some other stuff that I need to finish up, and I'm gonna put this baby to good use, even though it's my buddy's, so I'll have to make sure I return it. But I'm sure he'll let me use it another time if I need to. But overall, great tool. Highly recommend it. Very easy to use, very quick, perfect flare every time. Maybe something that you want to put in your toolkit too. So anyway, appreciate you watching. That's the product review of this ABN brake. Let's see, what are we calling it here? Brake pipe flaring tool for single and double flares. Good stuff. All right, thanks again. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.